I spent 40 hours on a video that only got 366 views. And then I made something in 20 minutes that I almost didn't even publish, and has over 150,000 views and still climbing. I didn't even try on that thumbnail. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong about how I was approaching YouTube. And once you understand it, everything clicks into place. We'll cover 3 things: why your best videos flop, what successful content actually does differently, and the simple framework that fixes this forever. If you're a small creator who's poured your heart into videos that nobody watches, this is for you. If you're just starting out, save this for later. You're gonna need it. But first we need to talk about that video. You know the one, the video that you spent forever on thinking, this is it, this is going to change everything. The one that didn't. Here's what nobody talks about. The videos that mean the most to us often mean the least to our audience. And I learned this the hard way. I spent weeks making what I thought was the perfect video about content strategy. I made a worksheet, I researched every angle, covered everything: brand, niche, platform, audience research, 22 minutes of pure value. I am so proud of that video. It got 366 views in 60 days. I remember wondering if the almighty algorithm had forgotten about me. How could something I put so much effort into do so poorly? Meanwhile, a video I made because I was frustrated and didn't know what else to post, it's at over 150,000 views and climbing 1,000 a day. I literally didn't plan it. We think good means complete, polished, and comprehensive, but YouTube rewards something completely different. Think about it like this. You know that friend who's an incredible cook? They can make these elaborate restaurant quality meals that are technically perfect, but when you're having a rough day, what do you actually crave? Mac and cheese, comfort food. Your audience isn't looking for your Michelin star masterpiece. They're looking for comfort food. Content that solves their immediate problem or gives them exactly what they need right now. But to understand why this keeps happening, we need to talk about the psychology that's keeping you stuck. The reason we keep making this mistake is something I call the creator's curse, when our passion blinds us to what our audience actually needs. And I'm still fighting this every single day. This is why passion can be your curse. It makes you create for yourself instead of your audience. You know that feeling when you discover something amazing and you just have to share every detail? That excitement when you find the perfect framework and you just want to teach the whole thing? It's like being a chef who falls in love with molecular gastronomy when your customers just want a good burger. They both have value, but only one serves your audience where they are. Your audience isn't where you are in your journey. They don't need the full deep dive. They want candy, even if they really need vegetables. They need the one thing that'll help them right now. I proved this with my content strategy video, 22 minutes covering everything I wish someone had taught me when I started. And it got 366 views in 60 days. Ouch. But my video, How to Survive Being a Small YouTube Channel, 6 minutes, one simple message, hundreds of thousands of views. And that feeling was pure relief. Finally, something clicked. That breakthrough taught me something crucial. Understanding the creator's curse is just the first step. The real challenge is consistently creating content that serves your audience while staying true to yourself, especially when doubt starts to creep in. Most creators get stuck in this endless cycle. They learn a strategy, they try it for a week, they don't see immediate results, and they jump to the next shiny tactic. They consume course after course, but never develop the consistency to actually implement what they learn. This is exactly why most YouTube programs fail. They give you either strategy or mindset support, never both. You get the frameworks, but then no help when you're staring at 500 views wondering if you should quit. Or you get all the motivation, but no clear system when you're overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice. I spent years in this exact trap, knowing what I needed to do, but not how or when, and struggling to do it consistently. That's what I spent the last 3 years building, a complete system that gives you both strategic clarity and to grow systematically and support you to push you through when things get hard. Because here's what I learned working with dozens of creators. The ones who succeed don't just have better strategies, they have better systems for staying consistent when motivation fails. If this resonates with you, there is a waitlist link in the description. When you click it, you'll be asked a couple of questions that'll help me make it exactly what you need. And then I'll send you an email to tell you more about it, and you'll be the first to know when it opens. I'm still putting the finishing touches on this, but when it's ready, I'll only be accepting a limited number of creators because everyone gets my personal attention. Now let's talk about what actually makes content blow up, because this next insight will change how you approach every video you make. What I'm about to tell you might completely change how you think about successful content. Before I tell you what works, what do you think makes content blow up? Is it better editing, perfect thumbnails, posting at the right time? After working with dozens of creators and analyzing hundreds of successful channels, here's what I discovered. Successful content isn't about being the best, it's about being the most relevant. Picture the most successful video you can think of in your niche. I bet it doesn't have the best production value, or the most information, or the longest research time. I bet it solved one specific problem for one specific person at exactly the right moment. Successful channels do one thing differently. They solve one problem really well, or make one point really clearly for exactly the right audience. They speak to the same person and solve the same problem in every video. That's it. Not fancy equipment, not perfect scripts, not comprehensive coverage. Can you think of a video that felt like it was made just for you? You know that feeling when you watch a video and you think, this person is reading my mind. That's not an accident, that's strategy. Your 40-hour perfect video failed because it was trying to be too many things. It was comprehensive when your audience needed specific. It was complete when they needed simple. It was perfect when they needed relatable. Content that blows up feels personal because it speaks to exactly where someone is right now, not where you think they should be. Think about the last video that genuinely changed your perspective or helped you solve a problem. I bet it wasn't a comprehensive overview. I bet it was someone addressing exactly what you were struggling with in exactly the way you needed to hear it. I'm going to show you how to do exactly that for yourself. But first, I need to explain why your failed videos are actually a good thing. Every video that flops is actually teaching you something valuable. Let that sink in for a moment. My 366 view video, it taught me exactly what my audience doesn't need right now. They weren't looking for broad strategy. They had already picked YouTube. They needed specific help, not general advice. This is market research you got for free. Companies pay thousands for this kind of insight. Most creators never realize they're optimizing for the wrong metrics. They're measuring effort instead of impact. I used to look at low view videos as failures, and honestly, it almost made me quit YouTube entirely. Now I look at them as expensive research that cost me nothing but time. Every flop tells you something specific about what your audience actually wants versus what you think they need. Your failed video isn't a failure. It's your audience telling you exactly what they don't need right now, and that's incredibly valuable information. That content strategy video taught me to focus my scope, which led me to the videos that helped me break through my plateau. And that breakthrough, it changed everything. You're already ahead of 90% of creators just by understanding this reframe. If this is clicking for you, that moment where everything suddenly makes sense, hit the like button. It helps me know that this content is valuable, and it tells YouTube to show this to more creators who need it. Now the real question is, how do you use this information to create content that serves your audience while staying true to yourself? Here's the exact framework that bridges the gap between what you want to create and what your audience needs. The 5 for them and 1 for me rule. 5 videos for your audience exactly where they are right now, and then 1 video that introduces them to where you want to take them. You're earning permission to guide them somewhere new. Trust is the only currency that matters on YouTube. This isn't selling out, this is being a good teacher. Good teachers meet their students where they are before taking them where they need to go. You want to give them vegetables, but you start with candy. Once they trust you, they'll eat their vegetables too. So how do you figure out where your audience actually is? 3 simple steps. First, look at your analytics backwards. Don't just look at what did well, look at what bombed. Those videos show you the gap between what you think your audience needs and what they actually need. Picture yourself scrolling through your analytics, but instead of feeling bad about the low view videos, you're getting excited because each one is giving you valuable data. Second, read your comments like market research. Stop looking for validation and start looking for the real problems people are expressing. The questions they ask in your comments are the videos they want you to make. Third, pay attention to what you're always explaining. If you're constantly clarifying the same point in your comments or DMs, that's a video your audience needs. When a video you didn't expect much from does well, it's usually because you address something obvious to you, but valuable to your audience. The goal isn't to stop creating content you love. The goal is to become passionate about serving your audience in a way that feels authentic to you. When you nail this balance, something magical happens. Your audience grows towards you and not away from you. They become more interested in your deeper content because you've built trust by serving them where they are. You'll know it's working when people start asking for more of your deeper content because you've earned the right to take them there. You can still make that comprehensive video you're passionate about, just make it after you've built an audience that's ready to hear it from you. If this video resonated with you and you want to go deeper, I'm building a program just for you. Strategy and support that takes you from where you are now to where you want to be. All the tools and the emotional support to actually implement them consistently. Go click on the link in the description, I'll give you more information. If you don't tell me you want this, I won't know how to build it for you. The fact that you're thinking about this strategically already puts you ahead of most creators who just hope their content works. Now you know why your best content flops and how to fix it, but there's still one more piece you need because understanding the problem is just the beginning. Because here's what I learned the hard way. The real growth happens when you stop making the mistakes that keep you stuck. Most creators are making these mistakes right now without realizing it. I wish someone had told me this 3 years ago. It would have saved me months of frustration and self-doubt. But that struggle taught me something valuable that I can now pass on to you. Watch this video next where I reveal the 28 brutal mistakes that kept me stuck for years. These are the critical errors that will kill your channel's growth if you don't fix them.